Hey everybody, Shalab here. AWS is awesome, until you get the bill. It's way too easy to let costs spiral out of control if you don't know what you're doing. In this video, we're diving deep into practical, hands-on ways to optimize your AWS spending. Let's get this cost optimization party started. First up, we're wrangling ECS, your container orchestration service. ECS can be a real resource hog if you let it run wild. The key here is efficiency. One of the biggest wins you can get is with spot instances. Use them for non-critical stuff and bam, instant savings. Next up, right-sizing those task definitions is crucial. Don't give your containers more resources than they actually need. Auto-scaling is your best friend. Let ECS automatically adjust your resources based on demand, and finally, clean up after yourself. Unused resources are just money down the drain. Alright, let's talk EC2, the big kahuna of AWS costs. This is where things can get really expensive really fast. But fear not, we've got strategies to wrestle those costs to the ground. First off, reserved instances and savings plans are your secret weapons. Commit to using EC2 for a certain period and you get a sweet discount. Spot instances strike again. They're awesome for EC2 too, especially for fault-tolerant workloads. Right-sizing your instances is mission-critical. Use monitoring tools to see what you actually need and adjust accordingly. Auto-scaling is your best friend here too. Let it do the heavy lifting for you. Lastly, terminate those unused instances. It's like leaving your car running while you're inside, just burning money for no reason. Chapter 3. CloudWatch. Don't let monitoring break the bank. Alright, let's talk CloudWatch. It's an amazing tool for monitoring and logging, but it can also be a sneaky cost gremlin if you're not careful. First things first, log retention. Don't keep logs longer than you absolutely need to. Filtering your metrics is crucial. Focus on what you really need to track and ditch the rest. Consider using basic monitoring instead of detailed monitoring whenever possible. Finally, optimize those alarms. Too many false alarms can lead to alert fatigue and unnecessary costs. Make sure your alarms are configured to trigger only when it really matters. Chapter 4, RDS, Database Optimization Deep Dive. Now let's talk databases, specifically RDS. A well-optimized database is a thing of beauty, but an unoptimized one can be a real drain on your wallet. First up, choose the right instance type. RDS offers a smorgasbord of options, so make sure you pick the one that fits your workload like a glove. Reserved instances ride to the rescue again. If you know you'll be using RDS long-term, snag those discounts. Auto-scaling can work wonders here too. Let RDS scale your database capacity up and down based on demand. Storage optimization is another key factor. Don't over-provision storage and make sure you're taking advantage of features like storage auto-scaling. Implement smart backup and snapshot policies. You need backups, but you don't need to keep everything forever. Be mindful of multi-AZ deployments. They offer high availability but also come at a higher cost. Use them only when absolutely necessary. Chapter 5. Unlocking AWS Cost Optimization Nirvana. Here are some general AWS cost optimization tips that apply across the board. Use AWS Cost Explorer. It's like having X-ray vision for your AWS spending. Leverage the AWS free tier whenever possible. Hey, free is free. Tagging your resources is like labeling your stuff so you can actually find it later. It makes it way easier to track costs and identify areas for optimization. AWS Trusted Advisor is like having a personal cost optimization consultant. It gives you recommendations tailored to your environment. Delete those unused resources. They're just costing you money. Optimize data transfer costs. Use managed services whenever possible. And implement lifecycle policies to automate cost optimization tasks. And that's a wrap. We know it was a lot to cover, but hopefully you learned some valuable tips and tricks to optimize your AWS costs. Remember, it's an ongoing process, but with a little effort, you can definitely keep those bills under control. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more cloud cost-cutting goodness, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads.